Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Brad here with StartRestoringHeadlights.com. So you can see we got a Porsche 911. You can see we got some 2K clear action going on here. So all this right here is 2K clear. He said that he had never had them done, so the previous owner must have taken it to the dealership, or a detailer may have done it, but this is definitely 100% 2K clear. You can see right there it's starting to chip. Fog lights, pretty yellow, just basic oxidation. This one is much worse. So you can see it's flaking out pretty bad right here. So what I'll do is I got a scraper, a razor blade, so we'll go ahead and get a lot of this stuff off. Get as much off as we can, and then sand with the 320, get it all off. Do the 400 and then the 600 to prep it for the clear coat. So let's do it. Alright, so first things first, obviously you want to get this nice and taped up. Hope you guys are doing alright. It's been a little bit since I did a video like this, or at least it feels like it's been a bit since I last did a video like this. Been staying consistent, so finding it harder and harder to film videos than when I first started uploading. And a lot has to do with the customer. The customers love to stay out and watch, and I don't feel comfortable recording in front of them, just because, you know, when customers stay out there to watch you, typically they want to converse and talk with you, which is fine. I don't have any problem with it. Sometimes I prefer them to stay out and watch, just so they can see the whole process, but I'm the type that kind of like to work kind of alone by myself, just peace and quiet, focused on the task at hand. So for vehicles like these that are rounded, you could charge more for because they're more of a pain. This one we're charging more for. Obviously it's a Porsche, got more liability if something goes wrong. But vehicles like this, the Mini Cooper, have round headlights. They're much more of a pain to mask off. Therefore, more time. Takes more time to mask everything off. Actually, could not ask for a more beautiful day. It's currently 7 degrees. Got a slight breeze coming in. So it just feels absolutely amazing. So this light, I'll probably hit with just, I can easily just hit that with that 100 and call it a day. But this customer had called me and explained the situation. His headlights were starting to, he was actually about to order new ones, and he explained to me how they're pretty expensive. He didn't tell me the price, he just said they were very expensive. And he's like, well, I want to see if you can salvage them. And with customers, whenever they say the headlights are bad, you don't know what you're dealing with. To one customer, bad headlights may just be this, just a very thin layer of oxidation. It could be severely oxidized headlights. That could be their definition of really bad. In this particular case, obviously you have the flakiness of the 2K clear. I do have this mini little scraper, so I can kind of get in here and peel some of this off. If you can, try to work your way through it like this. Do not point down, meaning don't jam into the headlight, because you're just making more work for you. If you can scrape into as much as you possibly can to remove this, it's going to save you a whole lot more time. But as I said, I cannot stress it to you enough not to scrape downwards. because you can really make a pretty nice, decent scratch in it. So you have to kind of proceed with caution. This is something that I picked up probably a few weeks ago on one of the jobs. I had a 2K clear and it was extremely flaky, and I was just kind of picking it off. I actually used a credit card, and again, it's situational when it comes to being able to use a scraper on these, because sometimes they just peel off a little bit. They don't like peel off like this case. As I said, it's case by case basis, so it can severely reduce the amount of time that you are spending on the job. Nice layer on there. So I hope you guys are doing well. Closing out 2024. This is our record year. I cannot be more grateful for the growth of the channel, the growth of the business, like just everywhere. I'm just excited about 2025. I just want to keep preparing for it and do as well as I can. Try to upload as much, much more often. Oh wow, this is just, wow, look at that. That's funny. Oh my gosh, it's like an actual film. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna try to upload as much as I possibly can. Give you guys as much content. Like I said, whether you're just watching for entertainment or you are in the business looking to pick it up, that's the purpose of this channel. To help people start their own stuff. Because I wish I had somebody who was doing the same thing. Somebody that I can kind of learn off of. Because only people who are in the business can kind of teach you, because every single headlight's different. For example, there's no, unless somebody is out here physically doing them and learning every single vehicle, what types of clear coat that's going on, like clear coat issues. For example, a Nissan or a Honda Pilot, those flake off, or the way the clear coat deteriorates, it deteriorates in like scratch form. It looks like scratches, and some people might be a little intimidated with that, and it can definitely be kind of scary going into that. But if you look online and find a video of somebody doing the same exact thing, it's not nearly as intimidating. Man, I really hope I wish I could get that little flake started again. Might be here a little bit longer than I thought. But yeah, that's the purpose of the channel, guys, to help you guys start your own thing. Ugh. So we might get a little bit more lucky. Yeah, because I have people of all sorts of different locations, areas, reach out. Hey, I want to start this. Where should I start? What should I do? I'm not getting business. And while the business is easy, there's still the business itself. Again, when I tell people, oh, I own a headlight restoration business, they think, oh, that's super easy. You don't have a very stressful job, which is true. But there are situations that you can run into that you might classify as stressful. For example, handling your very first customer from start to finish. Some people are very intimidated, very scared. 320 here. Just gonna hit it and see where we're at. Yeah, it's pretty weak. Very weak. See how easily it's getting scratched up. Test it here. So yeah, you can see it's pretty loosed up already. Very thin. This is a very thin layer. It's more than likely why it flaked up. Typically it flakes up more when the adhesion, it had poor adhesion. So, very thin layer of 2K clear. Thank God. I always tell people, it's like, well, you're starting a business, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, you know, you're taking a crack at being your own boss, being financially free, and just doing your own thing. If it's worth it, if the venture is worth it, it's not going to be easy. And what a lot of people struggle with, just in business itself, is consistency. Because without, what's that term there? Without commitment, you'll never start. Without consistency, you'll never finish. I absolutely love that quote. Don't ask me who coined it, but it's true. Like, got to be committed enough to start and consistent enough to finish. Just gotta go out and do it. Fail. Go out and fail and learn. Learn from your failures. But anyway. But yeah, people, you know, they think that, like, the most stressful aspect of this is you're dealing with customers and all that, which it can be. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I know I should have a bag so I can walk back and forth, but oh well. Get my steps in today. So the headlight doesn't look overall bad. Like, you can see, like, obviously over here it's terrible, but over here there's a lot of fine scratches, but it came off very easily. I feel like this is already the raw headlight, so I can stop here and hit it with the 400 just on this area right here. You can see right here it's still, it feels like right from here down it's a very thin layer, 2K clear, and then right here it just, I don't know, it just started flaking right there. But I can tell I'm at the raw headlight already. Shoot, I hope I'm not getting water on the lens. So I'm just gonna lightly hit this with 320 just to get everything off fairly quickly. don't need to be too aggressive with the 320. Like I said, just rough it up a little bit. Just gotta rough her up. Go. So that's ready for 400, 600. I'm gonna grab the scraper and probably scrape up top a little bit more. This one's essentially done aside from the top. So let's go and grab that. Whew. But yeah, big fans for 1045, guys. Could not be more excited to share with you guys. So I put the can upside down just so it can kind of, anything on the bottom can move to the or just move around on the can, because with that clear, I want you guys to think about when you go to an Italian restaurant and you know how they give you that oil that goes with the bread, and you look at the plate that they put the oil in, because it's like a plate, it's not like a bowl or something, and you can see all the sediments and everything on the bottom, and then you got to mix it up to kind of mix everything around. So think of the clear like that. You want to make sure that you are mixing everything properly, therefore shaking everything up. You want to make sure you're shaking everything up so that you don't have any issues with adhesion. You don't have any issues, too many issues with flash off. I've said it in the past, flash off is inevitable. It's with every clear coat. Yeah, this is very, very inconsistent. It tells me that whoever applied this 2K clear, I don't know if maybe the lens wasn't prepped correctly, but I'm trying to get a little something going here so I can kind of just peel it off, but the lens isn't consistent. The spray isn't consistent. Yeah, that's crappy. Very, very crappy. I think I'm getting sunburnt sitting right here. Let's see, I wish I could just bring it all down. Yeah, picking up one of these tools just to have in your back pocket would not be a bad idea. Just remember, whenever you're sanding, you're getting down to that raw headlight. Whenever you're sanding, you want to get rid of all this crap. See the yellowiness starting to oxidize underneath. As I said, you want to be super, super careful. You don't know where this starts, and you don't know where it ends. That's why I always say 2K clear is so crappy. Because so when it comes to headlight restoration, no headlight restoration is permanent. Eventually you're going to have to redo it. So when you do have to, when it does come time to redo it, you want to make sure that whatever you're putting on the headlight is going to be easy to remove. Crap like this, it's not the way to go. Alright, it's too thin right there, so that tells me it's very, very thin right here. So crazy how bad this is. Alright, got more 320 right here. You can see where it's like yellowing. That's a Mustang. I don't even need to look. Yep. So we're just gonna be aggressive with it, just like really dial it in here. These are bad. But yeah, you don't want anything that's going to be a huge pain to restore in the future, because that just sucks. Especially something like this. Porsche, you want to keep everything original. Yeah, that really ate up. Really ate into it. And the ones that are clear are always harder. So the ones that are like flaked off and all that, those are the ones that are easier. Because it's all deteriorated, you don't have much to remove. Yeah, whoever did this first job did a really terrible job. They weren't even consistent with the 2K, the spray. But yeah, you can see the yellowing. That's what I'm removing. And there you go. So obviously we still got some right here. Let's go get a fresh sheet. Grateful we can salvage it, because 2K clear is so bad lately. That's why I always see the people online saying restore your headlights permanently. All BS. No such thing. Sorry. Somebody says it's a permanent headlight restoration, they're essentially saying that they beat the sun, because it's UV rays that break down any clear coat, any paint, everything. Sun's undefeated. You're not gonna outdo the sun. Now, you can increase the longevity of how long it might last. That doesn't mean that it's permanent. There's no such thing as a permanent headlight restoration, guys. If you are watching, I hope some of you know that by now, if they're watching me for however long. This is crappy. It's all good. There we go. Let's kind of get it. You just got to kind of break through it. Once you break through it, it's much easier. Getting rid of all that yellowiness. So for this video, I may be only able to film one, just this light, just because the battery on this thing doesn't last as long as I wish it would. I think, you know, probably because it films in 2K clear, or probably because it films in 2K, not 2K clear. Yeah, see, this is stubborn. See how it's yellow? I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's just right here. And partly why I would consider using power tools, which I am going to get a legit setup. Like actually order all the stuff for it again. Whew, man. Just because situations like these. As I said, no matter what you do, you're always going to deal with stuff like this. Again, dealerships, detailers, other headlight restoration businesses doing 2K clear. I hate you guys. 2K clear is so bad. It's just too harsh. See, what's kind of a pain too is like the angle at which you have to sand when it comes around headlights. It's not obviously flat, so this one is pretty windy, so I have to do both of them. I have to spray them both at the same time with the new clear coat, because since it's windy, I don't want any water or anything to move on to the other side. Jeez, wind's coming in hot. So what's going on with you guys? Anybody starting businesses? Anybody got some insights or anything? Tell me how your business is going. If you guys want to leave some comments. Love to hear from other business owners, how they're doing. I hope all is going great with you guys. Because it can definitely get hard. Definitely get hard when it comes to being in the business. Business in general. There we go. So you can see how it's not yellow anymore when I'm sanding. Tells me they were pretty good. So it's just a very, very thin layer left right here. And I had a Silverado a few weeks back. I mean, this is how you know it's a terrible job, because I actually remember it. I do so many jobs a month, a week, that usually they just kind of blur together. But I did this Silverado, man, and it was probably the worst one I'd ever done in my life. And so much so that anytime someone reaches out with this specific model of Silverado, we're asking for pictures so that we can quote them properly, because it's ridiculous. ridiculous how bad this one was. I actually think I filmed it, I just haven't had time to upload anything. Alright, so all the yellow or the green is gone, so we're going to hit it with 400, finish with 600 so that the lens is nice and ready. But anyways, so, and again, this goes back to why I even upload videos, because it's very easy to upload the most easy ones, the Hondas, the Lexus vehicles. I like to show you guys the absolute worst ones, which that Silverado is one of the top. But it had severely oxidized headlights, and they are the worst to prep, the worst to sand, because you really get an angle on it. It's just the worst headlight to restore headlights on. It's absolutely the worst job. But yeah, it had severely oxidized headlights, clear coat intact. It was just it was just terrible. So now I'm removing all the scratches I made with the 320 with the 400. So the clear coat obviously has film properties in it, but you know, if you cut super deep into the light, it may not mask it or hide it. So, same with the 400 a little bit. So that's good. This little header right here. Just gonna go over it a little bit. Nothing too much. I always tell people, when it comes to sanding with the 400, or more so, knowing when to move on, as you can feel it in the lens, you can see it, it starts to repel the water. But over time, if you're hand sanding, you can feel when the headlight is at that certain state. It's hard for me to explain, but you can feel the coarseness of the headlight whenever you're sanding it. So when you're finally hitting it with 400, you can feel as you're sliding across how much resistance it's giving you. Again, something that you kind of learn over time by hand sanding. Not something you can kind of sort of teach, but you could know to look out for that. And if you're doubtful, just keep sanding with 600. Because the longer you sand with 600, the clearer it's going to come out. Alright. It's good to go. Now lightly pull this off. Get her cleaned up. And I always say you have to treat this in orders. Ensure that you completely clean this headlight and clean everything prior to you spraying, because you don't want to have to mess with the lens after you spray it. even if it means cleaning it, because if you say you spray it, it's nice and wet, and you go to clean it and your rag touches the lens, you're gonna leave a little spot. So I'm just gonna spray this crap out of here. That. How do I know this? Because I speak from experience. I can't even tell you how many times I've been eager to get a job done or something, and I will quickly clean it, or just do not a crap job, but not clean it as well as I should, and I'll go back and clean it afterwards, after I spray it. And like, for example, if you got some stuff right here and you go like that and it touches the side, I think you just touch the headlight and it'll make a little indentation. Next thing you know, it dries with that little indentation in it. I'm just going to blast the water out with this. Dry it, make sure it's nice and dry. Same thing with this down here. Get one more. Good. As I said, you want to make sure everything is clean prior to you spraying it. That way, when I remove the masking paper, there's nothing else that I need to touch up on. Alright, I got my pen over here. Cue the wind. Where's the wind? There it is. Winner, chicken dinner. Stuff that irritates me, you know, flat tire, running out of toilet paper, stuff like this is what drives me crazy. Just so I don't mind prepping it, but please, wind, just work with me here. Another good strategy if you can't really do this, if it's being a pain, just mask off all this area and then retape it. Do smaller bits. And I'll go back over it with the blue masking tape and just make sure everything's good. Oh yeah. Man, oh man, oh man. It's gonna be fun spraying this one. I don't even think I have a yard sign in the car. Now I think about it. here. Let's see what trouble she gives me. And always make sure you tape up really good because the masking paper, because if you spray it and one of the masking paper right here flies into the lens, it will stick to it. Next thing you know, you're kind of screwed. Shoot, I forgot I got a screw. It's crazy. Literally the whole time, I'd say till I'm blue in the face, the whole time I'm sanding, just a little wind, nothing crazy, nothing at all, almost. Right when it's time to mask, and now my stuff is rolling away. Alright, just for safe measure, because like I said, with my luck, I'll spray it, some crazy tornado gust of wind will come in and blow it all out. Alright, so, yes, this gets messy quick, so do a good shake on it, take a sip of coffee. Ooh. I have to wait for per usual, but it's fine. I know I said I was going to wait because I got to do this other side, but two things I got to take into consideration. One, this thing is directly in the sunlight and it's hot. It's starting to get a little warm. I feel it on my back, but so it's going to dry very, very fast. Grab my tape. It's going to dry very, very fast. So by the time the prep work and everything's done, it'll be tack free enough to where if I hit it with a little mist of water, it's not going to cause any problems. So you can see right there, even though I blasted the crap out of it, took some water, so we'll fix that, make sure that's good to go. Yeah, these are the tiny little hiccups you're going to run into when it comes to doing headlight restoration. Just BS. Still a nice day, can't complain. Unlike our summer days when it's like 100 degrees out. Hello. Yes, ma'am. I'm not in your way, am I? Alright, so we're good to go. Ready to spray, but the wind is pretty chaotic right now. This side. I guess while we're waiting for the wind to chill out, go ahead and scrape it some more. Where's my scraper? And then I'll try to clean up the inside of the spoke a little bit more. Because presentation is everything, guys. So while we're waiting for a cool spot or a chill spot, we'll just consistently try to get rid of some of this. Oh yeah, that is oddly satisfying. It's crazy. The headlight's curved, so it's kind of hard to keep it consistent as far as this one clean piece. Okay, let's see how. Nope. Damn. Just. Oh, no wind. No wind. Alright. Spray it out. There we are. Nice and clean. Now we're just gonna let it rest. Please, wind, don't mess with me. No, I'm scared. There we go. There. So yeah, you can see much better. That side's good to go. Actually, we missed a little spot right here on the bottom. You can see how it's a little textured. So what we'll do is just spray it out. That's good. And we'll just let it rest. Back to this oddly satisfying thing right here. This is the result of 2K clear. No, I did not expect this to be as bad as it is. I mean, granted, he sent me pictures, but I just so happened to plan on smoking a brisket today. This probably is not going to happen. No, I'm just kidding. I'll still smoke the brisket. I'm not going to let a little headlight headache ruin my brisket plans. So yeah, we don't have to get like everything. Just consistent, just enough to where we have a good platform to start off. It's kind of funny because this one is better than the other side. Now, you gotta be careful when using this, because if I were to not be paying attention and I try to scrape this area over here, and touch the paint, Jesus, this is terrible. I don't know about you guys, but I do not want to paint the bumper for a Porsche 911. No, thank you. Alright guys, well I just got a warning about the battery on the camera. I charged it, but I don't know, maybe it disconnected, the charger disconnected or something. But I hope you guys learned a little something on this. So before it completely dies, let me just show you can see much better. No issues, no scratches. This one you can actually see through the fog light. There's some stuff on the inside right here, but obviously 10 times better. So thanks for watching.